This is your weekly roundup of everything that happened last week in the Avalanche ecosystem. So if you want an easy way to get your crypto roundup, this is the place for you. My name is DeFi Sai. I represent Avalanche as a member of Team 1. I'm also doing a lot of videos and content all about crypto, all about everything that's going on in the blockchain. So like and subscribe if you like that type of content. Let's jump into Avalanche. Now we do usually start these videos by taking a detailed look at last week's price action, but because we're a little bit late going out, I'm not going to focus on that too much. Just to say that everything that's going on is being massively impacted across the board by the situation in the Middle East. Last week, things escalated, so we dipped. Everything did. Now, things do look to be calming down. Don't want to speak too soon, so things are going up pretty much across the board. So all I will say out there is stay safe out there, do expect volatility, don't get wrecked, and stay positive. I have been keeping an eye on the Bitcoin dominance chart, which continues generally up. It touched over 66% last week, which is what you would be looking for as we're looking forward, as everyone's going to be moving into selling off their alts, selling off their memes, and moving into safer assets like Bitcoin. It's going to be interesting to see if this trend continues or if things start to level off. We have started this week by dropping down a little bit, back down to 65%, but this is still the chart to keep an eye on for a potential run onto altcoins. So we've got rid of the price action. Let's look at something a little more positive, away from any doom and gloom that the price action brings. I think it's always really important to stay focused and stay believing in what we're here for. Now, I'm a big believer that this tech is the future, so it was good to see some interesting stats come out this week. There was a tweet put out. It came out from the main Avalanche account, and it was showing that C-chain transactions are hitting all-time highs. This is super impressive to see. So no matter what the sentiment is, like the simple fact is that there are more transactions that are going on Avalanche than ever before, which is what we want to see. So I think it's always good to take a look at what is actually driving this. It's things like custom layer ones, which are the unique chains that built on Avalanche that are seeing lots of new transactions. Things like Beam, things like Coqnet, things like the gaming, which I have spoke about in a previous video. So if you're on YouTube, it should be linking up to the top anywhere then and now. Anywhere else you're watching, I'll add the comments into the description or into the comments, etc. Other factors that we're seeing increased inflows into places like the Arena as people move over to get their meme coin fix. Now, I spoke before about how the trenches are moving to Avalanche, so check out that video to understand more, and you'll understand why people are coming over to Avalanche, joining the Arena and looking into that into more detail. I am working on a full deep dive into the Arena, which is showing about how to use it, what it's all about. That's going to be coming out later this week. So please do like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on other social channels just to keep an eye and you'll be able to see that as soon as it comes out. We've also got gaming, which is massive in Avalanche now. I am going to talk a bit later on some more about some gaming news, so do stay tuned for that. All of this is all on top of all the real world applications that are all building on Avalanche, which are making blockchain and Avalanche in particular the place to be. So do always try and remember this, that no matter what the price does, what the timelines say, what's going on in the world, things are happening, and the great rotation is to the red chain is looking good. So what else is going to be happening? It's going to be adding more to the C chain. Let's have a look at some partnerships that were announced last week. Aeon has partnered with Avalanche to bring AVAX to real-world payments. Now, Aeon is a next-gen crypto payment platform, and it's officially teamed up with Avalanche to make it easier for people to spend AVAX, which is Avalanche's native token, to spend this in everyday life. This is all thanks to a partnership, which means users can now use AVAX for purchases, both online and in-store, through Aeon Pay, which is a Web3 mobile payment app. This means that you can now pay with AVAX over 20 million merchants across Southeast Asia, including massive names like McDonald's, Starbucks, Uniqlo, and Pizza Hut. They've also got expansion plans to move into places like Africa and Latin America. Aeon Pay is just easy to access via Telegram mini apps, and it's also built into major wallets and exchanges like KuCoin, Token Pocket, and BitGet Wallet, which makes it more convenient for Avalanche users to spend their crypto. Now, this collaboration is a big step forward in making crypto practical for everyday use. So pair this with Avalanche's fast, low cost, and eco-friendly tech, then Aeon is helping push crypto from speculation, bringing it into real-world utility, bringing us closer to paying with crypto is as easy as using cash or credit cards, bringing out that all-important adoption, and pair this with the Avalanche card that's creeping into more locations soon, we're seeing adoption on a big scale. Chaos Labs are bringing real-time proof of reserve to Avalanche. Now, bridged assets like BTC.B and WETH.E are essential to Avalanche's DeFi ecosystem. But people tend to trust that these tokens are fully backed by real assets, and that's where transparency comes in. Now, in order to boost confidence and security, Avalanche has integrated Chaos Labs Proof of Reserves, which is POR. Now, this tool tracks and verifies that all these bridged assets are properly backed using on-chain data, and it's data that anyone can check. With Chaos Labs POR, Now live users they're going to get live coverage ratios, which is how much is backing each token, discrepancy alerts if something doesn't add up, historical reserve data, meaning everything is automated, public and tamper-proof, which makes it easier for users, developers and institutions to trust and use bridged assets on Avalanche. It's got support for more assets like AVAX and AVAX. It's all coming soon. From this, on to stablecoins. Now last week, the Genius Act was passed in the US. Now I did do a full deep dive video on this, so watch that to understand exactly what this means for crypto and for Avalanche. But here's the TLDR. So, the Genius Act is the first major law regulating stablecoins. It requires them to be backed one-on-one with safe assets. That requires them to be regularly audited and overseen by federal regulators. This gives the green light for banks, fintechs and institutions to finally build stablecoin apps and build them legally. It's a huge moment for crypto adoption and it's great for Avalanche because of Avalanche's fast, low cost and modular layer 1s are all perfectly designed for compliant, scalable stablecoin infrastructure. Onto something a little bit more fun that is again driving users and transactions to Avalanche. Gaming. The new Avalanche Battle Pass dropped last week. So what's this all about? Gamers in the Avalanche ecosystem can now mint an exclusive Battle Pass NFT on Magic Eden. This unlocks special perks and NFT rewards across multiple games. Once it's minted, all you need to do is sign up at avaxpass.playful.com, connect your wallet and start earning as you play top Avalanche titles like Off the Grid, Spellborn and more. The pass lets you discover new games, earn exclusive in-game rewards. You can also get access to things like premium giveaways, all whilst you're leveling up your Avalanche gaming experience. It's a big week on gaming for Avalanche this week. There's some big launches coming, so I'll talk more about them next week. Next up, the Codebase winners were announced last week. 5 promising startups wrapped up season 3 of Codebase, Avalanche's flagship incubator. This was all culminated in a live virtual pitch day, and each project had the opportunity to pitch to a panel of distinguished judges for 500,000 in prizes. We saw 5 great presentations that showed just how bright the future on Avalanche is, and these are all focused on things like solving real issues for everyday people, which, as I always say, is what brings in the adoption. Now the results: 250k first place went to Hashfire XYZ. Second place was 150k, went to nameless_NYC. Third place was Indexing Co. Now I'm going to add the links to the full announcement into the description and the comments, so if you do want to have a quick look and find out all about what these projects are, jump on and check that. That is your super quick Avalanche roundup. I'm DeFi Site. If you like this type of content about Avalanche, about blockchain, about crypto, educational content, do jump on, like and subscribe on YouTube, follow across all the social channels. Peace out, good vibes.